You know, just a casual day here at the SAG Awards. Hello, darling. It's good to see you tonight. I am loving how you've approached this award season in terms of your fashion. What story are you telling us tonight with this beautiful look? It's so you. It just feels like you.
Thank you very much. The story I'm telling is I am a fan and I am here to be an audience member, and like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like getting to go to like a really nice party of somebody I don't know very well, but I'm like really excited to be there. So I want to dress very presentable, but not in anybody's face. I don't want to be like screaming. This is not my night. I'm here supporting everybody, and I'm just happy to be here.
It's always your night when you're in the house. Now, I understand that you mastered the latest album just a few days ago. This is what I heard. Is this true, Phineas? And if it is, when can we expect a release date?
We did. Yeah, it is mixed. It is mastered. We're listening to it, and yeah, we're like biting our nails. We're nervous about giving it to people.
Why are you nervous?
I think when you work on something for as long as it takes to make an album, and you put as much care and attention into it, you just finish it and you think, at the end of the day, you just have no idea how people are going to receive it, and we hope they care about it as much as we do.
It's such a vulnerable thing. Now, you recently made your acting debut in Swarm. I was watching, I was like, wait, is that Billie? And you were good. You can act. And you won a People's Choice Award last week for it. What other acting roles do you want to do? Casting directors out there, if they're watching, what do you want to tell them that you want to do next as an actor?
Oh my God, I would be so lucky and happy to do almost anything. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be right. It's got to be the right people. And
why did you say yes to Swarm?
Well, first of all, Donald Glover is like, one of the. I mean, that's the reason. I mean, I also really believed in what I was told about it and what I heard about it, and I don't know. It sounded amazing, and also Donald is like the best to ever do it, and it being all of it. So I was in immediately.
You're reuniting with Emily Blunt and Meryl Streep to present tonight a Devil Wears Prada mini reunion. It's happening on stage, and you have no idea. Girl, I've seen this movie 1,000 times. Oh God, I have several. Please board someone else with Tales if You're Incompetent. I love that one. Oh, please move at a glacial pace. You know how that
thrills me.
You know how that thrills me.
Oh, good.
No. That's not a question. Girl, I could go on all night. So we love this movie so much. How excited are you to reunite with Emily and Meryl and just give us everything that we want tonight?
Oh my God. Well, I'm thrilled. I mean, I don't think any of us can believe, as much as we love the film and as much as we believed in it while we were making it, it's just been incredible to watch the way it's grown over the decades. And so, yeah, Meryl was the one who said, do you think you can make it to the SAG Awards? And I was like, I'll do anything to be there. Thank you.
If Meryl calls, we figure it out, right?
That's the way it works.
Okay, fashion. What story are you telling with this beautiful look? What a fashionista you've become. You've been one, but I'm just thinking about, I'm in Devil Wears Prada. I'm in your art. What story are you telling with this look tonight?
Well, this is archival Versace. And
what year?
2018. And what color would you say this is?
Cerulean.
I would agree.
Oh my God.
Bright red, so we're going to be quite a pair.
The one and only Cheryl Lee Ralph, and she's feeling it. You know you look good, don't you? You're like, I know I always look good, but I look real good tonight. You're feeling it, aren't you?
Thank you. What is the song? I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Yes.
You are. What's the story of this look tonight? This is stunning.
Wade out of Calais. My daughter continues to really hit it all, from the shoe all the way to the hair, to the makeup. Ivy Coco, 23, just does it for me. And I birthed my own creative team. I love it.
You birth your own. If you can't find a glam squad, just give birth to them.
Birth to them. And I'm loving what my kids continue to do with me, how they present me to the world. After all, I gave them the greatest presentation, and now I get to share in that as they give it back to me.
Sickening. Abbott Elementary, such an incredible show, so well loved. Do you get a chance to bond with your castmates when the cameras aren't rolling, and what is your favorite thing to do if you get that chance?
One of our favorite things to do is just love on each other, be in each other's company, and respect the work that we do. And an understanding that this is a craft. Like this week in the episode that's coming up, I sing. And when I recorded it first, everybody was so excited and happy. And Quinta came back and she said, well, now it sounds like Barbara Howard is about ready to drop an album. So can you re-record it and not sing as well? And I was like, wow, this is a challenge to me as an actor, to be the character and yet still be myself. And I love that we're able to love on each other and challenge each other that way in what we do every week.
And to be an icon and still be in that space of receiving notes and being malleable is when I grow up, I want to be Shirley Ralph.
It's important. As an artist, we stop ourselves when we don't realize, be open to what the world and your directors have to share with you. You might grow as an artist.
Carey, you said that working and being directed by Bradley has made you a better actor, elevated your work. Can you tell us more about what that experience has been like, being directed by this brilliant man?
Just changed how I approached work, changed how I felt on set. He just did it with no fear, the whole thing, and I think I'd always been a little bit afraid of work, and he just made it not that. It was just so freeing and wonderful, and I love him.
So you direct this film, you star in it. It's not your first time doing this, and you learn to conduct, I understand, as well. How long was your preparation for this film to both direct and star in it and conduct? And did you play the piano before all this? Like, talk to us about the prep. I know you play guitar.
You know, we did take a long time. Part of it was because of COVID. We had to push it a year and a half. But we were lucky because we had so many people assembled already. Carey signed on in 2018 when there wasn't even a script yet. So we all got to do it together. And Yannick Segan, this incredible conductor I worked with for years, and Gustavo Dudamel from here in LA, to him too. So yeah, I just when you love it, it doesn't feel like work, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, there was a lot of prep, but it was joyous.
Directing yourself, what is the best note you've ever given yourself? That's a director.
Be willing to fail.
I'm sorry?
Be willing to fail.
That's so it. Fashion, we got to talk. What story are you telling with your looks tonight? You both look incredible.
Mine was a last-minute switcheroo because I had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction, but it's Armani, and yeah, it just feels lovely.
You look incredible. Mr. Cooper?
I'm going for suitable.
The one and only. Elwood's herself. Sorry, I had to. Reese Witherspoon. I am good. I honestly have to apologize. I think the first time I met you, I started quoting lines from Legally Blonde, and I was like, Laverne, that was really not cool. But anyway, we're here tonight.
Really made my day when anybody, I should just say this as a blanket statement, when anybody starts talking to me about Legally Blonde, it really touches my heart. So please know that.
Oh my God, Warner, it was so, remember that time we spent 4 hours in the hot tub? This is so much better than that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's so much funner than that.
So much funner. Okay, it's gonna be just like singing you, but funner. Look, what story are you telling? I could quote all day. What story are you telling with this look tonight?
I don't know. It's giving Pookie looks fire. It's giving, red, lady in red.
It's giving Reese Witherspoon is a superstar effortlessly.
Full. No, maybe it's my battery's on red. Where's your social battery right now?
I'm standing here with Reese Witherspoon. Now, this last season, incredible. Your arc with Juliana Margulies, I can't believe, I don't want to spoil it, but when she just kind of,
I know, she gave me what for. Yeah.
She just tossed you aside. I was like, that's just mean.
Yeah, but you know what? I deserved it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if y'all have seen Morning Show, you know I deserved it.
It felt very judgmental to me. No empathy, no like whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
I have to tell you, I ran into John Hamm at an event recently, and he said, if you can work for Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston, you must, because they are the best bosses ever. That's what he said about you. How does it feel to hear him say that?
You know, that is so touching because it really is a big deal. In the past 4 or 5 years, women really coming into their own as producers. So to have somebody of his level of talent, men who decide to work with female producers, female directors, it's really something, you know, it helps support our work. So it's really cool that he showed up and did that.
We have to start with fashion. What is the story of this look, Ali Wong? This is insane. Can you please just face the camera? The shoulders. Yes, I'm obsessed. What's the story of this look, darling?
It's Iris Van Herpen, laser cut. And usually I have to cut, like, alter so much because I'm 5 feet tall. But the top was, like, fit like a glove. And then I think we just had to alter the bottom and my shoes. I'm no Laverne Cox, so I have to add, like, 10 inches. I think these are Brandon Blackwood. And then Boucherie jewelry.
Unbelievable. How do you feel? I love Iris so much. How do you feel in this dress? Can you sit down in this dress? Have you practiced that? Have you thought about that part of it?
Well, I came here, and it was my first time coming in a Sprinter van. And the person who did my hair said, you haven't made it unless you're going to an award show in a Sprinter van.
I've done that once. I did the Met Gala in a Sprinter once.
Yeah, you've made it. You passed the gauntlet.
Okay, Beef. Congratulations on all the success. You're known as a stand-up comic, and you get out so much aggression in Beef. Like, has the working on Beef like changed your stand-up or your approach to stand-up? Will you be doing more acting after all this acclaim that you've received for this incredible show?
Well, my kids just told me that they really prefer when I do stand-up because when we go on the road, we're together. And then with Beef, I mean...
How old are the kids?
They're 6 and 8 years old. They do love watching me get ready. They stayed. They were like hiding under here and just... They just really like it when I'm around a lot more. And so right now I'm on tour, but I don't know, I'm open, you know, and I feel very lucky to be in a place where I just want to do what occurs to me or what speaks to me. So we'll see. But
I love that this dress spoke to you. I'm sorry. I'm listening, but I'm also gagging.
I'm gagging for you when you come on. You in the Fenty show with your hair move, you just shimmering and adjusting your hair.
That was several years ago.
Several years ago, I also lived for you in Orange Is the New Black, and I also lived for you, Laverne. I've never met you before. I lived for you in Disclosure. And I live for you in the documentary about Paris is Burning and all of your commentary and everything you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your looks and your model.
It is not about me. Thank you. I appreciate it, though. Ooh. Congratulations. You look stunning tonight. What story are you telling with this beautiful look tonight?
Dior, custom. It feels...
As one does.
It feels like kind of like a princess fairy tale moment.
Princess fairy tale Barbie?
Princess fairy tale Barbie. That's me.
Now, I would love to take a look at how things started when 17 years ago you won your very first SAG Award for Ugly Betty to how it's going, nominated tonight for your incredible work in Barbie. Another candy-colored project exploring beauty ideals. What would you tell that younger version of yourself about the career ahead of you?
Oh, I would just say you're doing great, and you can only be in the moment you're in and soak it up and just love it, love every minute. But also, she did. I know that because I'm her. She loved every minute, and there's more to come. And you know, she gets to live her dream. That's what I would tell her.
Hi, Greta. What story are you telling me this beautiful look? I'm living for this.
Yes, I'm wearing the row, so a little soft, a little strong, you know, a little ready for business. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've said that you were totally starstruck working with, John Hamm, Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, these incredible co-stars on the morning show. What is the biggest takeaway that you've had from working with such icons and legends?
Yeah, these up-and-coming actors and actresses, I'm really, I pray for them. I hope that it works out for them. No, it's been so funny to play a character who is supposed to be completely unfazed by them and to sit on all of my feelings. I don't know about you, but I have the Rachel
Like, I have the Rachel. It did not play. It did not hit the stage.
But I know every line from Legally Blonde.
Exactly. I mean, same. So, you know, and then I have to be their boss, and I have to, like, really give it to them.
You're so good at it, though.
Thanks.
Twice in 1 week. We just saw her last week at the People's Choice Awards, and now she's back. Velvet is, I'm wearing a little velvet, too. And speaking of that, girl, you're killing it. What is the story of this beautiful look? This looks familiar. I might know this designer. What is the story of this look, darling?
Custom Vera Wang. It took so many inspo photos and back and forth to get the right velvet, and Vera actually imported this from Italy, so I'm forever grateful. And then we have Simon G on the rings and Jimmy Choo shoes, and you know.
Isn't Vera's team? They made something. Isn't her team like the most professional, the most incredible?
The best. They are so sweet. They came in the Sprinter van with me, and we were talking, and they're so hardworking, and I'm just so grateful. I'm very grateful.
Oh, Custom Vera Wang. This is the way you do it. Now, you and America Ferrera in Barbie play two of the humans, right? The human hearts. You're the human heart of that movie. But did you ever secretly want to be a Barbie at one point?
Of course. They get the best outfits and the craziest wigs. But yeah, I mean, just seeing and watching from afar, it was definitely easier because they got to be painted with that body paint to look plastic and perfect. So, you know.
Well, you look pretty perfect tonight. Now, what kind of Barbie would this be in this look tonight? What Barbie are you giving me tonight?
I'm giving award season Barbie. Why not? Award season Barbie. Kind of holiday Barbie because the color gives holiday Barbie. Oh my God, I see my Queen Maddie. Yeah.
Congratulations. You're so, this girl is so saying, is your mom here? Where's your mom?
I brought my dad. My mom made me, wait.
Your dad's here. Where's Dad? Dad has the phone. Come, Dad. Come. Oh, Dad is not coming. Dad.
Get him on the camera. There he is. You see him.
He's got the phone. I believe she is royalty, and I call her the People's Princess. The one and only Tracee Ellis Ross. Hey, girl.
People's Princess, then what are you, the People's Princess too?
I'm not from a royal family, girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm just Laverne.
Yes, but Laverne, I don't know. You have become princess status, maybe even queen, so, you know. Anyway. Hello.
It's Tracee Ellis Ross. We were just DMing, like, yesterday? Like, something too.
Honestly, I don't know what day, but it was recent.
It was very recent because I came across a photo of you with Willie Ninja from 1991. Willie was teaching you how to walk. You were 19 and for Carey Mulligan.
Yes. So I had a look for Carey Mulligan, and I had stockings and like this shoe, and I was like, this is not possible. He said it absolutely is. And do you know what his tip was?
No.
Walk like you're not in shoes and just float. Which worked.
Oh my God.
It totally worked.
The photo, Willie Ninja, Tracee Ellis Ross, and Mugler. It's so iconic.
And for those of you that don't know, look up Willie Ninja.
Please. Okay. American Fiction, incredible. I just watched it. I don't want to give spoilers. How important is it for you to be a part of such an amazing film?
I'm so proud to be in this film, and what an incredible ensemble cast, which is what we're nominated for. And we all didn't get to work together, so the press has been such a treat and a joy because these are extraordinary human beings. Jeffrey Wright, Sterling K. Brown, Issa Rae, Erica Alexander, Leslie Uggams. I mean, it just goes. It just goes on.
They're telling me I have to rap, but fashion.
I'm wearing Balmain. This was made for me by Olivier Roustigan. I mean, all I have to say is, what?
Tracee.
Snatched waist.
Tracee Ellis Ross, Snatched. And we used your pattern hairdryer earlier today. Brie Larson, I hope you don't mind me calling you Captain Marvel.
I don't mind it at all. You can call me whatever you want.
I'm obsessed with you as Captain Marvel. Obsessed. But you're nominated tonight for your amazing limited series, Lessons in Chemistry. And I love the show so much. I just started, I'm on like the third episode, and I love it so much. You're an Oscar winner. We're here celebrating actors. What would be, if you had to give lessons in chemistry to the people out there watching, what would Brie Larson say?
About the show or about what?
About chemistry with another actor.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's where the real magic and safety happens, and it's just like how it is in real life. You never know when it's going to happen or not. It's not the same thing as everyone being prepared and in the same moment and in the same scene. There's something else that magically happens, and I'm sure you've been lucky enough to experience it, but sometimes it's someone you've had a brief scene with, and they stick with you forever. And you'll see them across the room with something like this, and it's like, I got you. We just know we have each other.
That's so beautiful. One of the things I love about the episodes I've seen so far is that when you start your affair with your boss, he's turned on by your brain. I love that he's like, the more you like talk chemical compounds, the more turned on he is. Isn't that exciting for a man to be turned on by your brain?
I don't know if that's, yeah. There's many reasons of how they meet, and he's not really her boss. But yes. But exactly, that there's many ways to be loved, there's many ways to be adored, there's many ways to be cherished, and the mind is, of course, one of them.
Absolutely. But fashion, what story are you telling with this beautiful look tonight? You look insanely amazing.
Thanks. It's a custom from Versace. I'm so happy with it. It's something we've been talking about for a while. It's based off of a photo that I saw of Claudia Schiffer, and they helped me bring it to life.
What photo of Claudia Schiffer? Do you remember what year?
I can send it to you. It's this beautiful photo. I think she's in Italy in front of this car. It's really spectacular. And so, yes.
How wonderful to collaborate on a custom piece with, here's my inspiration.
I know. It's just like the part that is like, you never know that that's part of your job, and it feels like this extra cherry on top that is kind of ridiculous that we get to be part of that, but you get to be part of this whole other world of artisans and storytelling that is outside of just playing a character. It's like playing the character of me today at the SAG Awards.
You play adult Nettie, and when you come onto the screen, eyes were watering all over the world. It's such an incredible moment. How did it feel? How does it feel knowing that, like, just your appearance on screen affected all of us so deeply?
Oh my gosh, it means so much to me because The Color Purple is such a meaningful movie, and to have that moment in the movie was significant because the movie meant a lot to me growing up. So I felt very proud, very honored, a lot of love, and motivated. Yeah.
Now, I heard there was a Soul Train line on set at one point. Now, did Oprah join in on the Soul Train line?
On the fun, Danielle Brooks, Fantasia, Felicia, all of us were jamming out. That was what you do at The Color Purple. It has to be that way when you close up The Color Purple.
I love that so much. Okay, now can we switch gears a little bit? Like, we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of your debut album, Goodies, a little later this year. And these songs are classics. These songs still... Goodies, 1 2 Step. So how does it feel, this being just so, this music just enduring like this, and you still being like just looking even younger and more stunning than ever?
It's a blessing to me to know that it's 20 years since I was a little baby and that I'm still dreaming big and living my dreams out. It motivates me so much, and to see that it's still trending on TikTok even 20 years later is kind of crazy. But I feel like I'm just getting started, and I'm so proud of the journey. It's really amazing.
Speaking of fashion, what story are you telling with this look tonight?
I'm wearing this dress by Venus, and I don't know, everything drama. Little latex. Big
chocolate latex.
You know, fresh with a baby. My baby's 2 months old now. So
okay, don't tell us that.
Look, let's cinch the waist just a little bit. Little support, you know.
Girl, you're making it so look bad.
Let me tell you something. When you saved Tom Cruise on Top Gun 2, I was like, thank you, Lord, for Glenn Powell.
No, I'm happy Tom's alive too. It was as good for me as it was for him, I think. Yeah.
You look phenomenal tonight. You're presenting. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing a little Brioni tux.
You look good in it, okay? And you know what? You're saving the rom-com. Do you think so? With you and Sydney Sweeney?
Save Tom Cruise, save the rom-com. I'm feeling good.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
I will say the success of Anyone But You has been very unexpected and really wonderful, and the way people have reacted to that movie has just been insane.
You got perfect teeth. Look at them teeth. Look at the teeth, America.
No, I never had braces. I just pushed those puppies in, just during social studies. That's what I did.
Now, you're also starring in Hitman, which is a film you co-wrote with your co-writer. What was your top takeaway from working with him as a writer?
With Richard Linklater on Hitman? You know, Richard Linklater, I've been a fan of his since I was a kid. You know, I studied him when I was in a creative writing course when I was in high school. So to get to work with him and really study from the master, I mean, it felt like an effortless partnership. Our first movie together was when we were 14 years old. When I was 14. He was at a normal age to be directing movies. But yeah, you know, Rick and I have just had this friendship that has lasted, you know, a decade and a half, and I'm really glad that, you know, we've gotten a partner on this one. The movie's fantastic, so I think people get to see it late May, early June.
That's going to be great. And you know what? This is the SAG Awards. There are a lot of actors that are watching this. Do you have any words of encouragement or advice you'd like to give quickly?
You know, if you're passionate about this thing, just stick with it. I've had a really long, hard road in this business, but if you love something, it's worth chasing. So just keep chasing.
Let's start with fashion. What story are you telling with this look tonight? You look stunning.
This is Chanel Couture from the last collection. It was actually in a different color, but I love everything they do so much.
Chanel Couture. Now, you're nominated for Ferrari, and you play this really powerful, empowered woman. When do you feel the most empowered yourself in your real life?
I feel like that would be as a mother, because every day is a beautiful challenge that can teach you so many incredible things. And I also love the fact that I can combine that with my work, since it's something that I wanted to do since I was a little girl. So I feel very lucky, very blessed that I can call this my job. And very honored to be here, very grateful for the nomination, you know, that comes from my own peers, from my colleagues. It's a very emotional and beautiful feeling. I really didn't expect this, so.
From the color purple, my friend, my sister Danielle Brooks.
We are here. This makes me emotional because every time I've been here, it's been with you in Orange is the New Black. So now, this moment, it means a lot. Yeah.
This is, I am so happy for Danny. I'm so happy for you. We've had this conversation. You are so good in The Color Purple. You obviously did it on Broadway. I saw it 3 times on Broadway. What did you take from the Broadway show that obviously is a different medium, but what did you take from the Broadway show, and what was different about doing the film?
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of differences because now I actually have the capacity to use all of my 5 senses. When we did it on Broadway, you know, it was just wood and wooden chairs and you just use your imagination. But really just getting to work with new artists, working with Blitz Bazawule, our incredible director, getting Oprah Winfrey, you know, to be a part of this as a producer. It was just a dream come true to get to do this in another medium.
Now, okay, our Orange is the New Black fans are like hardcore, and we had the pleasure of winning, you know, SAG Awards here as a cast many times, and there was few of us who were singled out, and I think there were a lot more of us who should have been singled out. And for years, I was grateful to be one of them, but I was like, but she did so well, and you killed it every season, and so this feels so overdue, but it feels right on time.
Right on time. You know, at that moment, I don't know if I would have been ready for it. So you really have to just live in the moment and let God move the way he does. And now to have my first individual nomination, it means so much to me.
We got to talk about fashion. Story of this look, real quick. We have to go.
Rihanna, I'm getting a little girly. It'll get a little masculine vibe. Making sure to do the ombre with some purple. Got Kendra Scott jewels and my jewel from my husband. Thank you. And then this hair.
Get into the hair.
Yes. Tish Celestine and Rebecca Alladine did my hair and makeup today.
Mwah. Mwah. You look so beautiful. What's the story you're telling with this beautiful ensemble?
I'm telling the story of trying to pronounce Givenchy.
Givenchy. I always, believe it or not, as a fashion girl myself, I'm like, Givenchy. Did they tell you Givenchy?
I got a voice notes about it too, because I want to say something else, but it's Givenchy or Givenchy?
People at home, is it Givenchy, which I always thought it was, or Givenchy?
I think it's Givenchy.
I mean too, but girl. Exactly. Now, you're here tonight, and as a nominee for this beautiful, beautiful project, what is this project meant working on? It's just, there's so many nuances and so many, what has it meant to you, and now this recognition?
Well, this award is, being nominated by my amazing union, our amazing union, means the most to me because it's our peers. So this is the thing that is like, I want to cry thinking about it because I love my job so much. And this show was a real beautiful deep dive with the incredible Cheryl Strayed and her writing, and Liz Tiglaw who wrote it. And I just think it touched a lot of people because it's anything that shows that we're not alone in our mess and in our complexity and in our, the things that make us unlikable sometimes, or, our contradictions. All of it we're in.
And all of it's good, and we can make it through the mess. We can work through even if it feels like we may not make it through, we can.
We need each other. You need other humans. Yeah, can't do it alone.
We
You were in the group chat.
Studio 54. Who are you wearing?
Amiri.
Oh my God. Powder blue? That's powder blue, right?
Yes, yes. It's like, I love the things that Mike has been doing recently with men's fashion, and he's kind of stepping outside of the traditional, but finding a way to still make it elegant, and this is why Amiri has been one of my favorite brands for some time.
You wear it well, and congratulations on Abbott Elementary. And I also want to say congratulations. I saw the moment that you had with Whoopi Goldberg when you were on Everybody Hates Chris. What was that moment like, being able to share that with her?
There's been certain people who have been there along the course of my career where I feel really at home and warm with. For Whoopi to have been that constant in a lot of ways is a true blessing to me. I think what we always want to do in moments like that, where you see somebody be so great, you want to prove that you can earn your spot here. So to be able to have that moment with her 20 years later,
that's a blessing. You know what I mean?
It's a real blessing for me.
It's a real blessing. You know, let's go talk about Abbott Elementary. You and Quinta's character. What's gonna happen with it now? I mean, we're gonna keep the tension, or y'all gonna get it on? I need to know.
You know, you are putting my job at risk right now. Why would you do that to me live on camera? I don't understand. You know I can't tell y'all nothing. I can't say. I know, but I can't say.
Oh, but you know. Oh, just yeah, like wait.
I know. It's good.
We'll just have to watch.
The amazing, the incredible Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso. Now, in the season premiere, in the opening episode of season 2, you gave that "Don't Settle for Fine" speech. And I remember when I saw that, I was watching by myself because the first season I watched with my boyfriend. I rewound it and taped it and sent it to my boyfriend because I was crying. People have reacted to that TV show. Well, did you expect that? How is that? I mean, just from that moment was so powerful. Have you expected the response, and how has it been for you?
Not at all, but I do have to ask, were you sending it to your boyfriend like, you need to work harder?
No, I was sending it to him because I did not settle for fine, because all of those things that you were saying that we should feel with our partner, I feel with my boyfriend.
That's lovely. I'm happy for you. I did not expect anything from it. It's just Roy talking about Keely, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And when you're doing that with Juno Temple, it's very easy. You know what I mean?
We love the show so much, and right now we're not sure if there's going to be another season, or what do we know about a spin-off or another season of Ted Lasso at this point?
We know nothing. We know nothing. I really know nothing.
We know nothing. This could be life's journey for all the actors out there. Who are struggling, who want to make it in this business, what is the one piece of advice you would give to them? We're celebrating actors tonight.
My one piece of advice for actors is make your own stuff. Don't expect people to know what you're good at. Like, you've got a phone, you can make something, whether it's a sketch or a short film or anything. Show people what you have to offer.
I love that. And I was working on that before I had my big break on something I didn't write or produce, and it sends energy into the universe. Even if the project you're working on yourself doesn't hit, it sends energy into the universe that will come back to you.
I agree. And sometimes it takes many years, but it will happen in the end.
Between us, I kind of had a crush on him back in the day, but I'm going to be professional right now. You know what? Why be professional?
Boring. Yeah.
It's so boring. I do have a boyfriend now, and he's very, I have to keep it cute. Oppenheimer is such an event. It was such an event, and the film delivers in your character. Can you talk about what this journey has been like for you, what the film means to you, and just working with all these incredible artists?
Well, just being in the film with these other actors, and just that Chris decided to choose me to play this role was the winning goal anyway. And so we had a fun time making the film, and then for it to be so phenomenally kind of received, and to have it be kind of nominated by our peers
for acting categories across the board. Great, all my co-stars getting individuals and then us being nominated as a cast. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's better than we could have imagined.
It's so special to be here with your castmates because it really, even when people are singled out, I always feel like filmmaking, making TV, it's like such a group thing. So it's more special with your cast, right?
Well, I think that like the major awards like Best Picture and Best Ensemble, things like that, they do speak to like what the effort that goes into making a film more so than an individual effort. It is great when if Killian wins, Robert wins, Emily wins, it's all fantastic.
Speaking of Robert Downey Jr. once said about you that you don't know how good you are. Now, were you aware that he said this? If so, what was your reaction to get such high praise from Iron Man himself?
Well, I don't think Robert knows how good he is. That's the thing about Robert. Like he came with such vulnerability to the set and was so open to kind of exploring his character and bearing himself, and that's why I think people responded so well to his work here because he's completely changed himself. I'm just happy to be working with these guys, and it's kind of a dream come true for me.
You played Princess Diana to a T, had me in tears. Now you said, first of all, who are you wearing? Because you look beautiful.
I'm wearing Armani Privé and Dior jewels.
Oh my goodness. And you said, you mastered Diana's voice, but are you still doing her voice?
No, do you know what? I've been slowly working my way back into my Australian accent, which is sort of like a relief for my brain to sort of, it's taken me about 6 months to get back there. I sound like me now.
I love it. And we have the rest of your cast here from The Crown. Come on, fellas. Oh my goodness. Come on. You get to come play too. Come on here. You play Dodie. You play. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
you Harry. No, you Harry. You play Dodie. I watched it. Welcome and congratulations on your nomination. The Crown has always been something that has made a point. It's a serious show, but what did you guys do for fun when the cameras weren't rolling?
What do we do for fun? What did we do for fun? I don't know.
We didn't work together.
We never worked together.
Yeah.
We had sort of
we had fun.
Grown up, we're tired after working.
You three worked together.
No, none of us worked together.
You two. Oh, you two.
Yeah.
I'm getting mixed up. You was Harry.
Yeah. No,
you was not Harry.
No,
you was
William. Yeah. I'm the older William. Sadly, didn't get to work.
When we were filming on the sets, because they have a set, they made one of the whole of Buckingham Palace, the interiors, and they're crazy. The scale of them is mad. And we would wander around, get a little cup of tea.
We're pretty cool guys. We would just wander around and just look at stuff. That's what we did for fun.
I love it.
That was pretty fun, to be fair.
Wonderful rendition of Dodie, though. How did you do that? Did you study him?
Oh, man. I did. I studied everything I could find about him. And you began to understand he's someone who, the only word that people had was playboy, right? And the first thing was unpacking how wrong that was and why that was so wrong. First, you had to understand his relationship with his father. And then also, you had to kind of see
I love it.
Between them.
Everybody's wondering, is this the end for Ted Lasso? It suggests that it could be the end. You're really the only one who probably knows for sure, Jason. What can you tell us?
Not a thing. I don't know if I am the only one. Sorry, bud.
I got a mortgage, man. I got a mortgage.
I know. We all have mortgages now. That's one of the perks of the show going well and now we have to figure out what to do about those mortgages. It's a very...
You do another season because the people love it and they want more Ted. They want more of the fantasies. I just told him before, here's episode in the club, that whole moment after you lost and then where you went. That was so beautiful. What was it like shooting that and going into these deep, fun levels of the character, but then also kind of going off the deep end a little bit? Would you describe it that way?
Yeah, for sure. Because I've had acid flashbacks before, but I've never had acid flashbacks in a work setting that was designed to give me one. So it was very powerful.
So this was, did you go from sense memory or how was the acid flashback achieved? Was it, tell us more. You know what I'm trying to say?
Very tactile. First there's a lot of this, there's a lot like this, and I'm there. I'm back in the desert.
We did, Brett Goldstein and Joe Kelly, who wrote the episode, like one of the things that we said to them was, well, we have to have Brendan hula hoop in this episode. So if you know the punchline, then you're just building up to the hula hooping. That's all it was.
I can't even believe I'm talking to you. I'm like gagging and just
gagging one right now. I love you so much, Laverne. I'm so happy to be in your presence. So really.
Likewise, you were on The Gilded Age, and can you talk to me about your experience on that show? I think about the 1880s and where black people were at that time. What has been your experience like on the show with your character?
Well, I have to say, I was so grateful that Julian Fellows thought to write in the experience of black people, especially the black elite in New York City during this time, because it's a history that's not very well known. And a lot of people think that, black people just kind of showed up. No, we've all been here for a while since you guys brought us over. So to see that, there's a way to portray black people in television like this and show their history and educate people at the same time. So, Danae's character, I think, is loosely based a bit on Ida B. Wells. And so it's just educating audiences as to what was going on with other segments of the population during that time is everything. So it's been an incredible journey and an incredible honor to be a part of that.
It really is the power of our art form. Now, we're here celebrating actors tonight. You are the actor, singer. For all of the young actors out there, for all the things you've done across television, film, theater, what is the one piece of advice? And there's so many things that encompass acting, but the one piece of advice you give to young actors out there about if they want to become the next Audra McDonald?
First of all, I say become the next you. Don't become the next me, because authenticity is everything. Lord knows we all preach that, right? But other than that, I would say do not say no to yourself. There's going to be enough people in the world that are going to say no to you. So if you feel that there's something that you're right for, do everything within your power to go for it. Let society say no to you. Don't you say no to you.
Anything is possible. If I had allowed that, I wouldn't be here. No, I mean, when I started studying acting seriously in the late 90s, there weren't trans actors in the mainstream. And here we are.
And here we are. And here you are. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Glory, glory. Audra McDonald, icon, legend. What, are you singing anywhere soon? Can we go? I saw you were doing a concert in LA, and I was like, I'm
getting ready to go down to Australia and do a big tour in Australia, so.
These outfits are giving. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing vintage William Stanford Davis.
Chris, who are you wearing?
This is Grayscale.
It looks wonderful. I'm just happy to see that the fellas are dressing up for this too. Congratulations on your nomination as an ensemble. What is it like working with this great cast?
Oh, it's amazing. It's like a dream come true. Every actor would want to do something like this. It's the most amazing show I've ever worked on. And my castmates are just incredible.
So Chris, who's most like their character and who's least like their character?
I don't know. I know everybody pretty well right now, and they're all fantastic, really well put together people. And I feel like if we're doing our job right, our show is showing off a lot of people who aren't put together very well. And so I would say nobody's really like their character. Quinta, I would say, if I had to guess somebody, she plays somebody who thinks they can do it all, and Quinta Brunson can literally do it all, and so I would say Quinta.
Yeah, she's a boss.
I love your YouTube videos. You're a real-life cook.
Yeah.
Now, you tell me, on the show, who is the worst cook on your show?
Who is the worst cook on the show? Eben. Eben's a really good baker. Actually, that's not true. Eben is a good baker. Eben's a good cook. Who's the worst cook? I don't even know.
Maybe everybody's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe everyone is pretty good. I feel like Jeremy doesn't cook at home, though, for real, though.
You're also an executive producer of The Bear. Did you think that this actual show would be a hit like this?
No. No, I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone... If you truly believe that you're making, like, a hit, I think you're, like, probably a crazy person, but I think we were making something that was really beautiful and earnest and real, and people come from hurt places and try to put themselves back together, and I think everyone can kind of identify with that. And I think a lot of people just love feeling kind of seen and being, I don't know, it's tough. Every day's tough.
But you know, the thing is that's not tough is you can see the closeness of your cast. What do you guys do when the cameras aren't rolling? Do y'all bond? How do y'all bond?
Well, this year we're all working out a lot, and we're kind of doing a lot of pumping and doing some meal prepping, and we're trying to take it a little more. I think the last couple of years we've been pretty loose and wild, and I think this year everyone's just like, we just want to work out. Everyone's trying to get like steps in and like working out, and like I'm eating like tons of like chicken and rice.
And we have breaking news, everybody. This is your what?
My first live interview on the carpet.
Congratulations.
And I'm a fan, so even better.
Well, I'm a fan of you and your wonderful movie, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I mean, the fans love that movie. What's been your wildest fan encounter?
My wildest fan encounter. Somebody followed me to China and then followed me back home. So that was interesting.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was wild. I'd say that's wild.
But you were okay, though?
Yeah, she was great.
I love it.
Taking it easy. Taking it easy.
I'll follow you anywhere, too. Okay. Now, you know what? The movie was such a hit. Do you think that there's a possibility for a sequel?
I do. I think it's up to Casey McQuiston because I think she has the opportunity to tell a really cool story. So we'll see with Amazon Studios, what they say and what Casey says and Matthew. So fingers crossed.
I love that. And you are also our SAG ambassador, so thank you for doing that.
Yes, thanks for asking me.
And this last season of the morning show was just, girl, I don't want to, if they haven't seen it yet, the hack, the John Hamm of it all. It was so, what was your favorite thing about this shooting this last season?
Oh, I think my favorite thing was that Mia started speaking Russian in the middle of one of these episodes. She just started...
Now, did you speak Russian before this?
Well, no, I didn't. But I will tell you, a lot of my characters in the past have been bilinguals, and I was so excited to open up the aperture of the character and show something new. But so excited to be here with the entire ensemble tonight at the SAG Awards.
As a nominee, that was a fierce moment when you started speaking Russian to Miss Thing. I'm Miss Thing, I'm calling him. You know. If you know, you know. That was gorgeous. Now, so many incredible stars, and I actually ran into John Hamm at an event a few months ago, and he said, if you can work with Reese and Jennifer, do it. What has the experience been like for you working with these powerhouse women?
Well, they're extraordinarily supportive, just really coming in and giving their love and guidance. And I mean, every day, every year, we have something new and exciting and a brand new story to tell. And that it's just been a dream come true, this job, really.
Just like that, you're also on Everybody Wants to Know, are you filming the next season? What are your hopes for your character? What's going on? What's the tea?
I hope that I'm filming the next season, and the hopes for my character is that we see more of her and the chef.
Girl, I love that she, got
crying. Oh yes, and she got a lot of love.
Love colloquially. She was in her freedom era.
She was in her freak mode.
Her freak era.
It's in her freak era. That is exactly right. But we'll see if she comes out of it and gets into a stable relationship, finally.
You know her as Keely from Ted Lasso. Mama, who you wearing?
I'm wearing Givenchy.
Givenchy?
I know. I feel very, very, very lucky to be wearing such a beautiful outfit.
You look beautiful in it. And you know what? Congratulations on a fabulous series. Ted Lasso resonated with so many people. And we know that this is the final. But if you had a percentage that you could say of maybe it being a spinoff or something like that, what percentage would you say that we maybe could get?
I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. I know as little as everybody else at the moment, but I think it would be something that if we could get the whole team back together, I think a movie down the line would be a really smart move.
You know what? I was hoping that. I'm going to talk to Jason, because I did a movie with Jason. I'm like, Jason.
Yeah, please do.
But you all will be together tonight. What's it like being back together?
Heaven, because, everyone goes off on their beautiful adventures and does extraordinary things, so then when we get to come back together and celebrate this magic moment for all of us that was Ted Lasso, and that is Ted Lasso, I think it's like consistently a night to remember and a precious one that you hold dear.
You know, I saw you and the crew at your final panel for the Emmys, and it was just wonderful to see you all together. What's a dream project that you would want to work on next?
Oh my gosh, that's a question that feels like it needs a few hours. I feel like I like a transformation, you know? I feel like anytime I can really try and transform myself and really inhabit different extraordinary female walks of life, it just makes me a better woman. I learn a lot and I feel like I soak it in, and it makes me more excited about becoming a woman, which sometimes is scary. And so yeah, I think it's a privilege. Every character, every woman I've gotten to play, every girl, and each one of their journeys has made me more and more proud to be a woman.
Now, you guest star on the latest episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I heard that Larry David was joking around with all the crew members. Did he joke around with you as well, and what did he say?
Oh yeah, you know, when he hit me with a golf ball, he didn't yell "for" because he thought I couldn't hear the word "for" because I'm deaf, and so we had an interaction. And I had a little bit of karma, though. I get to throw some bagels back at Larry David in the episode, so it felt like it was fair, and we were even. So we were even now.
Bagels and golf balls being thrown. That's Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now, Deanne, you guys started an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm in 2007. Did you guys compare notes after Troy was on?
Oh, yeah. It was one of the best experiences. It was just so improvisational. They gave me a scene and they said, hey, just go ahead and do it. So I was improvising. It was so much fun to be unscripted. I really enjoyed that experience. It was so fun to work with Larry.
Your arc in The Holdovers is so beautiful, and the relationship you have with Paul Giamatti, I'm so jealous because I love Paul so much, and you got to work with him. What was the biggest takeaway from working with such an iconic, legendary actor?
I mean, I think his biggest thing was just the way he carried himself on set. I mean, obviously, he's a great actor, and just watching him, being so close to him on set, you learn so much just from his presence, but just the way he was able to create relationships with everybody, I think that really inspired me, and I don't know, kind of how I want to continue to carry myself in future work that I do.
That's so beautiful. Alexander Payne, another film icon, legend. What's the best note that you got from Alexander Payne?
Stop acting. It's the one thing you would always tell.
For the non-actors out there, they may not understand that note. How do you interpret stop acting?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I came from a big theater background. I did a lot of live on stage performances in high school, and in that format, you're being a lot more expressive, I guess. You're connecting through a larger space, and doing film, you kind of have to bring a lot of that in and harness that internal energy and just kind of be believable, I guess, in a lot of senses, to say it, you know, I don't know how else to say it. Yeah.
I had a similar transition. I was a dancer, and then when I started doing film and TV classes, I was so big because you have to project to the last row in theater. But on film, this beautiful camera will catch every little thing. So you can just be in the moment. And I love the intimacy of the medium. What are you excited about next? What can we look forward to seeing you in next?
Well, I'm gonna do a movie called Toe coming up.
Can you tell me what your craziest audition, your wildest audition that you can remember?
The craziest audition was when I just went in there and I said, you know what, I just don't give a damn.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go for it. And what I ended up doing was doing the whole audition with an open window, leaning out 8th Avenue in Times Square and yelling all my lines to the streets of New York.
And you got the role?
I did not get the role. I almost got sent to Bellevue.
Oh! But you have gotten many roles. But tell me, John, what would be your dream role?
Wow. I mean, it's kind of tough to top the role that I'm being celebrated for today in this movie that I love so much, playing opposite Jeffrey Wright as his agent. I just had the time of my life.
You did so well in American Fiction. And the thing is that Jeffrey Wright, how great is it right now to see him get the accolades? I mean, he's been in this business and you've been in this business for a while, but to see him get the accolades finally, what a great feeling that was.
I'm so happy for Jeffrey. I mean, if there's one person that deserves it, it's him. We've been in it almost the same amount of time. I've known him for over 25 years. We came up in the same theater circles. So, you know, we watch each other and we see the ups and downs, but I see and always saw a real artist at work. You know, it didn't matter if he was in Batman or if he was doing a show in the park for free. You know, he brought the same integrity and the same work ethic to any role he does. And to play opposite him, finally, after 25 years of knowing him, was just a joy.
Well, that's why you got to keep at it.
Yeah, you got to keep at it. You can never give up. You can never take a no to heart. You know, it may sting a little bit, but you know what? You got to get back up the next day and continue doing it. But being here today to celebrate this movie with my son.
Oh, my God!
And my wife is probably watching at home.
All right, wife. Well, have a good time tonight, okay?
Thank you so much, Loni. It's a real pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you, too.
Thank you.